8:50 on the Big 550 KTRS. Homeland on Showtime starts up this weekend again. And if you have watched Homeland, it doesn't take too many episodes before you are completely addicted to the show. Season 1 was phenomenal, gut-wrenching, heart-wrenching. Season 2, just as good. Season 3 gets underway this weekend, as I said. Dana, the daughter of Matthew Brody, is the conscience of the show. That's played by Morgan Saylor. She joins us now. Morgan, thanks for joining us here on KTRS in St. Louis.
Hi, how are you?
I am fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Is the season 3 finished, or are you still shooting?
No, we're on episode 10, so we have a few left.
Okay, good. I know I'm not going to ask you what's going to happen because, 1, you're not going to tell me, and 2, I don't want you to ruin it for me.
Perfect.
But when you're walking down the street and somebody recognizes you, what are some of the comments people stop and ask you about while walking down the street?
I've gotten some weird ones. I've gotten things like your dad's a terrorist, you're a bitch.
Really?
That sort of thing. Yeah, and a lot of people want me to give spoilers. But for the most part, everyone's just really excited to talk about the show, which is very, very cool and sweet.
Your character started off as a regular, normal teen, and it's interesting how you, I feel, have become the conscience of the show. I mean, you've saved the world from a destruction on numerous occasions. Your character, did you know going in that was going to be your character's role?
No, not at all. I thought it was going to be a much smaller role than it has turned into.
Yeah.
It's very surprising and very, very cool. I think the writers all, like, a majority of the writers have a 16, 17, 8-year-old kid. So I think that's one of the biggest reasons that they started writing more for Dana. And
yeah, the teenage angst, because you don't have teenage angst, but you kind of have teenage angst. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
I
think Dana's got some angst.
But she's also very moral and tries to do the right thing and does the right thing to the detriment of many people around her.
Yeah. I think she's grown up a lot, and we'll see that even more this season as she starts to see the world in like a more honest way.
Yeah. How'd you get the job?
It was a normal audition. I grew up in Atlanta, and there's not a lot of acting there. But I had an agent, and I put myself on tape for the role. And had a callback, and the callback just went really well. It was the kind of thing that I walked out and felt like I got it. And that was about a little less than 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claire Danes, Damian Lewis, some pretty heady characters. Must have been interesting, the first table reading.
Yeah, it was an intense table read. One thing that really surprised me was Mandy Patinkin, who plays Saul.
Right.
That's like what I remember from the first table read, because he was so well prepared and already in character, and it was like really intimidating.
Plus, too, that beard has just got to be intimidating.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's very friendly.
But I mean, that is some beard that guy grows. I mean, I would just stare hours at that beard. Can you give us? Is season 3 as juicy as the first 2 seasons?
Yeah, it's real intense.
Right.
It's a lot about picking up the pieces that have been left from the end of season 2, the explosion. For Dana, especially, and the family.
Right.
For Carrie and the CIA. I mean, everyone is kind of trying to restart their lives.
Right, because when last we left you, and spoiler alert for the end of season 2, but you and your guy friend ran over a guy, killed a guy, and then you cut a deal with your dad, and then he then reneged on the deal with you. You wanted to go tell the police and tell people what happened. He ended up not backing you. So that's sort of how we left you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks.
It was a pretty good twist all the way around. It was pretty interesting, and Megan Saylor, I got to tell you, you play that part very well for such a young actress. I think they really got it right when they picked you. So you got it. Congratulations. Are you doing anything else besides Homeland these days?
I have a few things up my sleeve, but I have a little more than another month on Homeland, so it won't be quite yet.
Fair enough. Are you on Twitter? Can we follow you on Twitter?
Not Twitter. I'm on Instagram.
Instagram. All right, good. We'll follow you on Instagram with a couple of safe pictures that you'll put up there from time to time. Megan Saylor, she plays Dana on Homeland, and it premieres on Showtime this weekend. Season 3, must-watch television. Homeland, Season 3. Morgan Saylor, thank you very much for your time. Good luck, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Okay, sounds good.
You got it.
Bye.
Morgan Saylor, Homeland. What? What did I do wrong? Did I do anything wrong? Oh. Megan? I call her Megan? I meant Morgan. She knew what I meant.